Okay. Hopefully everything is online, is up. I don't want another issue with one platform being up and the other isn't. Nice. So before class officially starts, let us draw upon YouTube's power and get some music on the road. How about that? So we did go through one lesson here. This is important. Alright, so alright, so this is a bit late to do this, but I'm gonna be updating the description on the YouTube channel. Hopefully, what's good music to study to? Nothing. Memoji, welcome! Hello, hello, hello! You made it to, class today is gonna be a little bit, weird, I'll say. It's definitely gonna be slow. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's about good volume. So this is by Tito Kang. I listen to his stuff a lot. And I'll link it in the YouTube description for the music. Tito Kang. You can find, share. This is his live stream. And the music is made by him, by the way. And he just kinda, I don't know if he like, it's probably some of his stuff that he just loops, which is still really good. Hi, 今日の授業は日本語ですね。では on the agenda we have sentence structures, sentence structure. Let's see. Go over. We're going over some adjective, structure, noun. So structures. Yeah, just structures, sentences, adjectives, nouns, verbs. And I think I'll go over a quick review of the particles we learned last week, specifically for sentences. So for today, let's start with sentence structure. My screen so dirty. Gotta clean up my stream station. Anyways, let's do sentence structure. A quick light on off seems to not okay with this. Alright. So our first sentence is or structure is very easy. We have X is N. I think I'm gonna switch the variables here so that not exactly copying the notes one for one here. So we can say, well, X is commonly used. X is Y. We'll use mathematical characters here. X is Y. In English, we can say, well, this is what we say in English. In Japanese, we can say X wa. I'll underline it too so that you'll know it's not like, anything besides just a variable. X wa y desu. That is in English, or that is a sentence structure right there. So, what kind of symbol can I use to an arrow, I suppose? Right. So we have in English X is Y. Simple, right? X could be this. For as an example, we could say an apple is a fruit, and then actually, how do you say fruit in Japanese? That's a good question. Fruit, fruto, frutsu. Fruits. To say an apple is a fruit, you say ringo wa kudamono desu. Kudamono. A fruit. Kudamono. Okay. Well, anyways. Just then I wanted to search up. Let's lower the music a little bit. I just realized it got a lot louder. Okay. So we can say ringo. Ringo is just ringo, right? Yeah. There's no kanji. Ringo. What? I think I do want to do the kanji for this one. Okay. I'll use 2 lines for the kanji here to make it more visible. Konnichiwa, Eins Hartmann-san. Genki desu ka? はい。これは、くだもの。Kudamono. So I'll have the furigana above, as where it should be, and then have the kanji there, so that we have an idea about this. Ringo wa kudamono desu. Apple is a fruit. An apple is a fruit. Sugoku genki da yo. Ii ne. Okay, the next one is this is your simple sentence. Then we can. The next step with simple sentences is knowing how to negate it. X is not Y. X wa Y. And there's 2 ways to negate in Japanese. We have the first one. Dewa. Dewa arimasen. Oops. Arimasen. And the other way is replacing dewa with jia. Jia. Oh, that's really hard to see, huh? Try and make that a little bolder. So hopefully everyone remembers how you spell jia. There's the G, so it's she with the dakten, the ten right there, and then the small ya, and that makes ja. Ja arimasen. There's dewa, then there's ja. So what we can say, trying to think of a negative sentence here, because I don't want to say Apple is not a it is a fruit. I don't want to say any falsehoods here, as best as I can help it. We can say X is not Y. Okay. My camera just froze there for a second. Okay. Oh, you could just say it's not a vegetable. Ah! Smart! Okay. Thank you, Ainz. Arigatou gozaimasu, Ainz-san. Oh, my camera's broken again. Alright, I'll just keep moving on then. Ringo. What? So, apple. And then, alright, I'll move this down a bit so that I can write kanji on 2 lines. Ringo wa, and the kanji for vegetable is spelled like this. Yasai. I'm pretty sure yasai is like this, right? Don't really use this kanji much. Okay, I'm gonna move this a little bit up. So we have dewa or ja. On camera you can't really see that, unfortunately. Let's see if I can fix that. Konbanwa, Saf-san. O genki desu ka? That's fine, Ainz. Thanks for the suggestion. Pretty sure this is how you spell yasai. Yep. Ringo wa yasai. Yasai. Ja. Arimasen. Oh, you know what? I've been using the wrong wa for dewa. That's why things aren't looking right for me. Apologies about that. This is Dewa. I was like, why does it seem so wrong? Why am I using... Why does it seem... It's because I'm using the wrong particle. Or using the wrong character as a particle. So the wa in Dewa is still wa, as in the particle wa. And then ja. So ringo wa yasai dewa arimasen. Ja arimasen. They are both the same here. The same usage. I'm gonna try to rewrite the sai here a little better. You have the top bit, and then you have that. Yeah, there you go. That actually looks a little better. Okay. I wish my lighting situation was. What would be the difference between janai and dewa arimasen? Formality? Yeah. Did I set my stream settings? Okay, I'm at ultra low latency. That's good. That's good. Or ja arimasen. So I think you can kind of see when you say janai, you see the ja there, and if you look at my the note given, it's dewa or ja. Both are negations here. You simply changed arimasen to nai. So arimasen is the present tense of there is none. You say, and that's how you kind of negate things. In Japanese, if you've noticed our pattern, it is x, y. So this and that for negative and positive, or negative, negation, and affirmative sentence stays the same. X, y, y. That never changed. So your I guess subject topic doesn't change whatsoever. But in English, our we throw in the negation before the y here, before our second bit here. The I want to say object, but I think that's wrong. But essentially, the second bit of the sentence, the negation happens before it. In Japanese, it happens after it, and what comes after is what gets modified. So in our affirmative, we just simply say x, y desu. But up until the de, that's everything is the same in both sets. It's just after, in Japanese, it's desu to end the sentence in affirmative, but then we have dewa arimasen. And this is a particle structure where you kind of change a little bit to add the negation, and the arimasen is the negation. Nai in Japanese is a way to say none, or gone, absent. I can't really say gone. I think gone has a different connotation in Japanese specifically. In English, we can say there are none. It's all gone. So it's like that kind of negation for nai. Like you would say, or if someone were to ask, do you have a spare pencil? If you say, すみません、鉛筆, or how do you say extra spare pencil? Yobi no enpitsu wa nai desu. I do not have a spare pencil. It is very informal. So formality definitely, I think, is the biggest part. Because ultimately, in this context, this specific context of how we're using it, nai and arimasen fulfills the same role. They mean the same thing, but they hold different levels of formality. You would use nai in a lot of cases, actually. Usually when you're cool with that person. Like, oh, you feel like you're familiar with them. Your friends, like good acquaintances, you would use nai. But if you want to keep up, like, either a certain persona of some sort, or you're less familiar with that person, you would go ja or dewa arimasen. Arimasen is more formal, and people normally use a more formal approach for the unknown, right? Or for the unacquainted. When you're talking to someone like a teacher, your parents, someone of authority, the new classmate you've never met. Yes. Yeah, don't worry. It's just a good review for me as well, since it's like these are the kind of things I kind of know but never thought too much about. So it's good practice to look back to it. Right. So this is how we do. Oh, you know what? I just realized what these variables are. They're not variables. Object is a noun. That's why in my notes we used n. Because we're gonna say, so I'm gonna just do a legend here. X equals, I guess subject would be x here. Equals subject. N equals noun. A equals. Man, I'm using 0.5 leg here, and it's not treating me nice. And then obviously v equals verbs. I recently learned of some people using 0.3 lead pencils. I'm just like, I would accidentally snap that every other second. No lie. It's insane how people can do that kind of stuff. I really can't. Okay, so the differentiation is important because now we can say X is A. A as an adjective. X is an adjective. So, like a so. X wa A. And in this case, actually, we could actually omit the des at the end of the sentence here. But that's very casual and informal, as you can imagine. I guess for most speakers, you'll still include the des at the end, but not always. So we can say Ringo wa actually, I'll write the kanji for this one, since the kanji here is for a color, so it's very simple. I say that, but it's about as simple as any other kanji. So this kanji, it's a little off. I have to get used. I'm still trying to get used to the whole lighting camera situation I have here. So wow. So it's, you write the top bit like that, and then on the side that's a different word. Whoopsies! I was writing a different word. Okay, so my print on the kanji is horrendous. Please excuse that. As I try to correct myself again. Okay. Spacing is a huge issue I'm having. Okay. That's barely better, but it's still better. Just barely. If you like the music, down in the description, we have, it's by Tito Kang. I've listened to his stuff a couple times now. He has amazing music. Right, so this kanji, I'll put an arrow to it since my notes are a little messy here, is Aka. So, Ringo wa akai desu. The apple is red. Do note, you can say in Japanese, Ringo wa akai. The apple is red. It means the same thing, with or without the des. It means the exact same thing. Now, moving on, we have the negation for this. X is not the adjective. X wa how do I want to write this out? Okay, so we have object, or our topic here, subject, wa a, but the a adjective has been conjugated to with the with the ku. And then we add arimasen. So we can say probably one of my favorite fruits, the peach, momo. So also pretty simple kanji here. Let's write it out. On the left side, we have this character, and on the right side, we have that. And that is Momo. A peach. Momo wa. And going back to our red kanji here, we will write akaku arimasen. Note that it's not akai ku arimasen. The E character gets dropped and is replaced by the ku. So this, remember, so that we know, because I know I'm using kanji here, momo. Momo is peaches, or peach. Hope everyone knows what a peach is. It's one of those It's a very delicious fruit. Momo wa. I should probably write this here too. Aka ku arimasen. Akaku arimasen. Alright, so now we've gone through something is a noun. Something is not a noun. Something is an adjective. Something is not an adjective. Let's do the adjective with the noun. So instead of the noun being something, we have an adjective modifying something. A bit of a difference here. In Japanese, it is very simple. It's the same thing as English, actually. The adjective before the noun. So, let's take this black pencil for example. Kuro enpitsu. Okay. Kuroi enpitsu. There we go. We take the infinitives. There's a lot of kanji here, so please bear with me. But I do want to go over, slowly go over and keep reusing certain kanji so it's easier to know. Since people aren't really gonna know if you don't keep using them. So guess I'll move down with this one. Okay. Super ugly. Let me write that. Okay. So it's something. I'll let the camera focus first before I continue with that train of thought. So this is kuro. 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 It's very small. I'll drag it over with an arrow. Kuro. Kuroi. Kuroi. So you add the E. I'll add it actually in the middle-ish here so that people realize that there's an E here. Kuroi. Enpitsu. Enpitsu. I'll start using these as my examples. En, and then pizza. kuroi enpitsu. So I'm gonna move these a little bit. So I'll put the arrow a little further up. Kuro. Enpitsu. So this is how you would modify a noun with an adjective. Kuroi enpitsu, black pencil. Let's go back to our apple example as well. I'll throw a second example here so that we can have continuity here. So instead of saying the apple is red, we can say the red apple. Okay. Akai ringo. Akai ringo. So remember, that's aka. This kanji means aka. It doesn't mean akai. The ending there follows the kanji. Akai ringo, red apple. Okay, let's go into our 6-set structure here. And that is when we have a noun and a verb. In Japanese, very similar. We have our noun, and then we have our particle. Usually it is either wa. It can also be ga. And for those of us who don't know about these particles, we went over it yesterday. Wa is our topic marker. Wa. And it means topic. Whereas ga is a specifically subject marker. That's how they're used in Japanese. So do I want to use this example? Sure, because I'm sure any English speakers knows of this phrase thanks to the internet. Probably not in Japanese though, which is what I'm going to be writing it as. So this first kanji is fuyu. Fuyu. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, by the way. It might be my tone, actually. I think the tone I'm using to say it is a little bit off. Fuyu. Fuyu.
冬
Fuyu. Yeah. I don't know why I think it's off. I think it's because of I have a bit of a Cantonese accent in there. Fuyu. Wow, you really can't see that, huh? Let's bold it a little bit here. Yikes. Yagaroonies. That's good enough. Fuyu. Fuyu ga. Ga. So we're using ga here for our sentence. Kimasu. Kimasu ne. Remember, the small e after ne, to make ne, is there to elongate the sound. 356 task. Welcome. 356 task さん。ようこそ。So, for those who watches, is this a Game of Thrones reference, I think? Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Yeah, season 1, episode 1. Winter is coming. Yeah, so this is what this means. Winter is coming. So Fuyu is winter. Ga kimasu. Winter is coming. Karimasu. There's a kanji for this, isn't there? Yeah. Okay. So let's do everyone's favorite Japanese phrase. Because it should be everyone's. I don't know. I'm just spouting out random words now. Hopefully everyone knows what this character is. It means day on its own. But it is not on its own. There's the second kanji, and here comes the third. I hope everyone knows this kanji, by the way. I know my print is a little bad, but we have ni, hongo. Okay, I'll probably keep the furigana as practically invisible on camera. It's hard to see, isn't it? Nihongo, Japanese. This is exactly what class we're currently in, by the way. Nihongo ga. There's a new kanji for people to learn. Very simple. Very simple. One stroke that way. One stroke this way. And then you have one stroke this way. It's a follow through. Remember, it's not 1, 2, 3. It's just one slide. One stroke. So this is 4 strokes. This kanji is 4 strokes. And that kanji means wa. Wa. Very simple, wa. Now what wa is this wa? Wakarimasu, to understand. Wakaru. Wakaru. It's the verb to understand. Wakaru. Wakarimasu. Nihongo ga wakarimasu. I understand Japanese. Hopefully, for the people in this stream, they now know what this means. Nihongo ga wakarimasu. That is the goal. Okay. Watashi wa eigo ga wakarimasen. すみません。356タスクさん。このストリームは英語のストリームから英語を話します。僕には日本語少しわかりますから勉強します。このストリームは僕の勉強のストリームです。I hope I said that right. I really do hope I said that right. Okay, so 7, 8, 9 in my notes here are different variations of how you form a sentence between a noun and a verb. So, let us try it. Number 7. It sounded fine to you? Nice, nice. 日本語上手ですね。その漢字は何ですか？字も上手。お本当にありがとうございます、タスクさん。I'm guessing Jimo is handwriting? I've never seen... Okay. 頑張ります。 本当に頑張りますから。はい。次は we have our noun. We have our noun with another noun and a verb. So this is our next sentence structure here, noun, noun, verb, and this might seem odd to some people who don't really think about the English sentence. So they were noun, wow, noun, oh, verb. So this is our next sentence. To write this out, I like this example because we're doing this ourselves too. So I'm gonna switch the example here in the notes from my friend to we. So I can teach us how to say we. Watashitachi. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't have space. I'll write it down here. Watashi. So this is the kanji for watashi. Watashi. Wow, having shade really does help, huh? Watashi, and then we have tachi. So this means I. This is I. Watashi. I. One of the three common ways of saying I in Japanese. And then we have our kanji for tachi. You can also say bokutachi or tashitachi, bokutachi. They both mean I. Try and make this as legible as it is on camera. Watashitachi. Tachi. Ta. Chi. Watashitachi. We. Watashitachi wa. And Watashitachi wa. And this is katakana. これはkatakana. I mean, there's no reason for me to say that in Japanese except I'm just practicing my pronunciation, I guess. Since everyone recognizes this as katakana if they already know Japanese, right? 私のごめん、漢字はあまり良くないから、これは何ですか？私の読み方ですが、よりはの方の一般的ですよ。 ああ、本当ですか？私たち。ああ。聞いたですけど、教科書、no, not 教科書じゃない、textbooks, textbook. textbooks の中には、読まなかったからわかりません。僕の先生to teach, taught. は教えて。それ何を言うこれ。Oh, by the way, the music I changed back to Soul the Wind because Tato Kang was finished. Iいね。ありがとう、タスクさん。それは僕は知ってるですけど、わかりません。私、わかります。知っていますけど、勉強の時はわかりません。スペインSpain. Right. I'm not writing small kanji, I'm writing big kanji. So I wrote this kanji once already, hopefully people remember. Spain, go. Spain, go. Oh. Too big. Spingle. Oh. Remember, this is our particle. This is what we learned. It is in the W section. Wo. But we don't pronounce wo. We say o. O. Spingle. O. Do I write down this kanji? I'm gonna say study, because we are studying. Watashi tachi wa Spengo o benkyou shimasu. But do I give you guys a kanji? Because it's a bit of a harder one. I'm not. I mean, I guess I'll have to since this is also frequently used. Okay. Bienkyo. This is a frequently used kanji, but I don't like writing it because of how tedious it is to write this. At least in my opinion. Maybe for other people this is nothing. This is probably like they can probably write this out in like a second flat, but this is super tedious for me to write, so I'm not a big fan of it. Shimasu. Benkyo. Benkyo shimasu. Atashitachi. So, thanks to Task, I've finally found the context for this and actually know that you can say this is atashitachi. So, we. Atashitachi. I think that's a oral thing. That's only for pronunciation. If you're ever going to type this out, by the way, I'm pretty sure you still need to say watashitachi to get the kanji. But otherwise you can say, like, for we. Oh, that's a really funny way of saying we. Oh, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that we. That's really funny. Alright. Atashitachi watashitachi wa bengo wo benkyou shimasu. This is so in English, what we see here is we Spanish study. But in Japanese, this is how the sentence structure looks. In English, we say we are studying Japanese, or we are studying Spanish. In Japanese, the verb comes at the end. So it becomes we, Spanish, study. And that's why we have the particles, by the way. That's the whole reason why the particles exist. The wa is topic marker. The topic is us. We are the topic here. We are the focus of the sentence. We. What about us? Well, Spanish. What about Spanish? Well, we are doing what with Spanish? Studying Spanish. So that's how you can look at it. That's what the particles are there for. If you look back when we covered over the particles, it's the O is an object marker. Object. So that tells us, in this sentence here, we have our topic marker. So specifically, what is our topic of the sentence? Us. We are. We. And then we have the O signifying that this section is the object. Spaingo. So we now know that we are doing something with Spanish. Something. And what that something is based on the verb. In this case, I've chosen the verb to study. So we are studying Spanish. That is how this sentence is formed. And it's a little weirder and different for English speakers because in English, we have a set sentence structure that doesn't change. we do not use particle markers because we do not have the structural freedom in our sentence to switch things around. In Japanese, technically speaking, you can shift where things are and it would still make sense. It's not complete freedom because there are still certain rules that needs to be followed, but because of the particle markers, your topic, your objects, they can be moved around a little more freely as compared to English. So let's go on to our next one. So we can use a different particle here. So we're still using noun, verb. So this is still our sentence structure, but in Japanese, what we're doing is noun, wa, noun, another particle. So we know when we're studying the alphabet, this is he, but as a sentence particle, we say e. It's not he, it's e. Verb. Okay, so what's a good example sentence for this? Okay, how about let's say I'm gonna take this example but switch it a little bit. So I'm gonna write underneath because I'm gonna use kanji again. So that is the I. Watashi no. So this isn't something I'm going to be covering in the sentence structure since it's technically not a basic sentence structure. It's an add-on. So this, if we remember, means the no. It's the possession marker. So this goes from I to my. Watashi no. So this is watashi. Watashi no. I will use watashi no kyodai. Kyodai. I think that's a good word. Kyodai. Watashi no kyodai. 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 Watashi no kyodai. Right, so what does kyodai mean? Brother. It's, technically, you can say, this kyodai... I forget, is this older or younger? Kyodai. Okay, it means sibling. Okay, yeah. So I chose this word because I thought it meant sibling, but for some reason my translation is giving me brother. No, it means sibling. So it's more ambiguous. It's not brother, it's not sister, it's just sibling. Kyodai. Interesting. So perhaps the Japanese, like the kanji might make it brother? It is using both kanji that would mean brother here, by the way. This is Annie? If it's by itself, you know how when you, an informal way of saying brother is Annie. So by itself, it would be Annie, which means older brother or brother. You would say this to an older brother. It's pretty informal. And then ototo, your younger brother. That's the kanji for the younger brother, ototo. So Annie ototo combines kyodai, so sibling. No kyodai wa this location will cause me political issues. So let's not do that, and let's just go with the example here. Ni hon I can't remember. It's just Nihon, right? I want to say it's just Nihon for Japan. I know Nippon is also a thing. I forget. Nihon. No, just ikimashita. I think ikimashita is yeah, there is a kanji for this. I remember. I thought I remembered something. So this is I. This is the verb, the kanji I. Ki ma shi. Shita. My sibling went to Japan. Watashi no kyodai wa Nihon e ikimashita. Hello? Camera? Camera! Camera! Thank you. Okay. Watashi no kyodai wa Nihon e ikimashita. So, in English, remember, it goes from I to my, because of the particle, my sibling. So my sibling, this is one thing. Remember, this is the topic marker. Topic marker. So this whole thing, phrase here, is the topic, my sibling. we have the possessive marker to denote that this sibling, kyodai, is belongs to me, I. This is my sibling. So my sibling is the topic here. Nihon. And now we have a different marker here. E. This is a location marker. So we see here, ni or e, direction 2. So this is, when you say e, it means to someplace. To Japan. To Japan. This is what the e here means. What verb or what blank did my sibling to Japan? They went to Japan. With this particle marker, there's a very limited number of verbs that can follow along with it. So that makes this whole structure easier to remember. If you see e, most likely they're talking about going to that location. So when you say go or went, in this case, this is past tense, ikimasu, ikimashita, iku, to go. Okay. Now we're gonna know the other particle. So same dealio. Noun. Not noun. No. Noun verb, and this time, is noun wa, so normal. Noun de, Noun de, verb. Just like that. So this de denotes at the location. So a very simple sentence that I like in this example is watashi. Uh-oh. Broken lid, small prints. All my nose. Okay. So watashi wa new kanji. Second one, there's a little small. Kono kanji wa ashita. Ashita. Watashi wa ashita koko de. Koko kono stream de. Kono su to ri mu. ストリームであります。私は明日このストリームであります。So this means tomorrow this stream is at so trying to break it out, and it's confusing even me. Essentially, I'm saying that I will be here at this stream tomorrow. Which, yeah, I mean, makes sense, right? Tomorrow's Saturday, and I have my game stream, more Mahjong Soul, by the way. I'll probably continue some Dark Souls 3 tonight, so feel free to tune into that if you're interested. I'll schedule it after the stream, I guess. Eh? Oh. 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 Sorry. I just learned. I just blanked, unblanked, reblanked, and unblanked in the span of about 2 seconds there. So we're now going to do a slightly more complex sentence here, just slightly. This is, as always, now. So the first one's always in brackets because you can generally you can omit that. You can generally not have that, which is actually kind of nice for stuff. So noun de noun oh verb. So I know I did some more complex sentences above here, even though it's not really noun, it's more like a noun phrase instead. But here we can actually go over an example where we can say and I can do more kanji here, so that's nice. Okay. Gosh, if anyone who can write kanji or Chinese actually looks at my stroke order, they're gonna have a stroke, dude. They're gonna hate me, man. Kyo. Kyo. Stupid. Okay. For the love of everything that is holy, why is library such a long word? And so complex to boot. Kyo no you yomikata o kaeru to konnichiwa. コアの読み方をへえ。読み方それは全然わかりませんけど、すごい読み方。本当に？わーお、マジっすか。本当に全然わかりません。これはこんにちは。ああ。じゃあ。今日はありがとうございます、タスクさん。本当に全然わかりませんから。図書館。図書館。図書館。図書館。今日は図書館で漢字を 練習します。練習 practice 練習練習 That's one kanji. Eh? その漢字とこの漢字はこんばんはキュウリコキこんばんはキュウリコキさんお元気ですかI will be practicing kanji. Is about the rough translation of what this is in English. So, this is like to demonstrate particles. We have wa, de, o. So we have three different particles here. Wa, topic marker, today. So the topic is today. De, location. De is location at. So at some place something happens. That's what de is for. Someplace, Toshokan, library. And then what's happening? Well, this is where we have the object marker, o. Kanji. So what about kanji in the library? Well, we're practicing. Renshu. Practicing. So a thing to note about the object marker o is that it always comes before the verb. That's part of the deal here. Part of the whole particle structure and in the sentence. So that forces in Japanese the object to always be before the verb. Everything else can freely be moved around before it, though. That's the thing about it. So there is limited freedom in the Japanese sentences based on what particles you're using. Okay, I'm actually going to change my stream definition here because I'll only go over sentence structures today because I feel like if I try to do structures for adjectives, nouns, and verbs, we're going to hit 3 hours. We're going to easily hit 3 hours. I don't want a long lesson stream, because that benefits no one. I mean, some people can learn a lot from long lesson streams, but I feel, at least for me, this isn't beneficial, and it's gonna help no one. So now that we're slowly getting to the meat of things, I actually feel like I want to host more of these streams. That's a discussion for next week, huh? But for sentence particles, I'll have here. Let's draw a line. Okay, it's really faint, but you study Japanese too, so it's very satisfying. Thank you. That means a lot to me, Cutie Cookie. That means a lot. Alright, so here, with the sentence particles at the very end. This is at the very end of the sentence. And this has to do with the speaker's attitude. So you can tell the speaker's attitude based on how they end their sentence. For example, ka. This is interrogative. This is a fancy word, but basically, it's questioning, but in a reaffirmative sense. Like in the sentence, wa. Ooh. I should write a little word further this way. Wakarimasu ka? Wakarimasu ka? That ka, right here. This is specifically for ka, for interrogative. Wakarimasu ka? It's basically just acts as a question mark in English. Or in Japanese, I mean. In English, the rising intonation and the question mark is what denotes the sentence, or denotes the question in the sentence. So you could say, in English, we say, I can say, I like coffee. And when you hear that, you think, oh, I like coffee. But what if I say, I like coffee? You hear the difference? The rising intonation at the end of the sentence there denotes question. It becomes an interrogative. So I'm asking, I like coffee? Do I like coffee? I did not change a single word in my sentence. I simply changed how I said it. It's in Japanese, we have the question marker instead. The question particle. Ka. Wakarimasu ka? See? It's to ask a question. Yo. This is assertive. Chigaimasu yo. Chigaimasu yo. Basically, even though I said it in a weird way, chigaimasu yo. Essentially, this is you're really trying to drive in, like you're very I don't want to use assertive because it's right there. I'm trying to use a different word here. You want to get your message across, and this is something that you feel very strongly about. Like, chigaimasu, saying you're wrong. But when you say chigaimasu yo, you're saying that please, there's no way, you are so wrong. That kind of wrong. There is a stronger connotations towards that specific sentence. But basically, you're more confident about the statement that you're making here, and it's not just the confidence; it's the fact that you really mean it. Like, it's like you're betting on that sentence, kind of, almost, in terms of like how much feeling and meaning you're trying to convey from it. And then we have everyone's favorite ne. That is ne, right? Ne? Yeah, ne. So this is confirmative. Confirmative. Ne. And I guess I'll use so it's when you're trying to ask someone their name, like I'll use my own name to exemplify this. I'm way down here. Right. So I can say, well, writing it down, it looks like this. So hopefully you can see that. I wrote Tsubasa-san desu ne. So basically, if someone wants to confirm my name, if they're talking to me, you would add the ne at the very end to try to say, hey, you're Tsubasa, right? It's in English, it's a tag on at the end of the sentence. You say, right? At the end to like have a sense of confirmation, and invoke a response from the other party. So in English, I'll be like, hey, you're Cutie Cookie, right? If you met face to face, for example. And as you can hear, as you heard, I said, right? At the end there? And it's because I'm not sure. I just want some confirmation. And generally speaking, the other person would either say, yeah, I'm Cutie Cookie, or no, my name is, or if we're friendly, we're like, no, I'm not Cutie Cookie, I don't know who that is, So confirmation. Tsubasa-san desu ne. That's one way. Or if you say something like a name, isn't it? So it's like I guess I'm thinking back to like when I'm watching detective shows. Hannin wa Tsubasa-san desu ne. The culprit is Tsubasa, isn't it? Again, tag on, but holds a different meaning. Holds a different feeling to it. But at the end of the day, it's still a confirmation. That's kind of how this one works. And then everyone's favorite, ne. Ne. Okay, also, remember, it's the small e. Small e. This is for agreements, seeking, or giving. So you can say, it's the middle of the summer where I'm at right now, and it's hot. It's really hot. So we can say, new kanji. So that's what I'm writing down here. Wow, this one looks really weird, huh? 熱い熱いですね熱いですね Sorry, I didn't read that properly on camera. 熱いですね I don't like how I wrote that. I really don't like how I wrote that. So let me try that again. 熱い。Okay, and the shade is a little better. 熱いですね. So, you're looking for agreements when you say it like this, or you can be giving your agreement. And you can say, I believe this is it. Yeah. Sold. Oh my god, why is it writing so big? That's not kanji. That's hiragana. So me and my print man. Desu ne. So desu ne. So atsui desu ne. It's hot, isn't it? And then you say, it sure is. So desu ne. So you can generally kind of see the attitude and know the context of a sentence based on the particle of choice and how it sounds. And that's kind of all I really want to go through today. Well, technically I want to go through more, but looking at the time, I don't really have time to go through all of the basic verbs, nouns, and adjectives. I'll do that next week, and starting next week, I might start hosting 2 classes instead, just because 1 class clearly isn't enough as we're starting to hit the meat of things. ここまでです、今日は。そうです。そうですか。暑いですよ。そうですか。それは、はい。はい。それは、arigato, Task-san. So what Task has shown is, I'm not going to write it out because it's going to take me forever to write the kanji, right? So he showed, he wrote, atsui desu ne, and then with the reply, so desu ka? So you can see he combined it. So he used the interrogative, so desu ka? So desu ka? And then he wrote atsui desu yo. It's assertive. So it goes from agreement seeking, and there was no agreement. They did not reply with the agreement given. Instead, it went with interrogative. And then he went with assertive next to showcase it. And then so desu ka? This one here is a different usage of ka. It is another usage where you're not asking a question. It's like when you say, "Oh, really?" But it's not. It's as like a statement, "Oh, really?" in English. So you know how it's like, "Oh, really?" to I see. Like, I see. そうですか? I see. 本当にありがとうございます、タスクさん。あなたは本当に 上手ですね。この、example。この、例題例この例本当にありがとうございます。タスクさん。今日は本当に楽しかった。それと、今日もたくさん学びました。たくさん学びました。本当？学び？OK。じゃあ、ここまで今日は。また来週同じ時間、同じ同じ曜日。I'm thinking of making it more classes, but we'll see. Announcements on Wednesday. Once again, I like to thank 356 Tasks for their amazing help today. They with their assistance, I learned a lot. So, はい。また、タスクさん。もう一度、本当にありがとうございます。またね、皆さん。バイバイ。